Good day, everyone. This is Hannah Billones, and I am tasked to report about the case study 2, what happened in the Cavite Mutiny. The two major events happened in 1872. First was the 1872 Cavite Mutiny, and the other was the martyrdom of the three martyr priests in the persons of Father Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, and later on immortalized as Gomborza. The Spanish perspective. Jose Montero y Vidal, a prophetic Spanish historian, documented the event and highlighted it as an attempt of the Indios to overthrow the Spanish government in the Philippines. And meanwhile, Governor General Rafael Izquierdo's official report magnified the event and made use of it to implicate the native clergy, which was then active in the call of secularization. The two accounts complemented and corroborated with one another, only that the general's report was more spiteful. Initially, both Montero and Izquierdo scored out the abolition of privileges enjoyed by the workers of Cavite Arsenal, such as non-payment of tributes and exemption from forced labor, were the main reasons of the revolution, as how they called it. However, other causes were enumerated by them, including the Spanish Revolution, which overthrew the secular throne, dirty propagandas that proliferated by unrestrained press, democratic, liberal, and republican books and pamphlets reaching the Philippines, and most importantly, the presence of the native clergy who, out of animosity against the Spanish friars, conspired and supported the rebels and enemies of Spain. In particular, Izquierdo blamed the unruly Spanish press of stockpiling malicious propagandas grasped by the Filipinos. He reported to the King of Spain that the rebels wanted to overthrow the Spanish government to install a new hari in the likes of Fathers Burgos and Zamora. The general even added the native clergy enticed other participants by giving them charismatic assurance that their fight will not fail because God is with them, coupled with handsome promises of rewards such as employment, wealth, and ranks in the army. Izquierdo, in his report, lambasted the Indios as gullible and possessed an innate propensity for stealing. The two Spaniards deemed that the event of 1872 was planned earlier and was thought of it as a big conspiracy among educated leaders, mestizos, abogadillos or native lawyers, the residents of Manila and Cavite, and the native clergy. They insinuated that the conspirators of Manila and Cavite planned to liquidate high-ranking Spanish officers, to be followed by the massacre of the friars. The alleged preconcerted signal among the conspirators of Manila and Cavite was the firing of rockets from the walls of Intramuros. According to the accounts of the two, on 20 January 1872, the district of Sampaloc celebrated the feast of the Virgin of Loreto. Unfortunately, participants to the fest celebrated the occasion with the usual fireworks displays. Allegedly, thus in Cavite mistook the fireworks as the sign for the attack, and just like what was agreed upon, the 20-men contingent headed by Sergeant Lamadrid launched an attack targeting Spanish officers at sight and seized the arsenal. When the news reached the iron-fisted Governor Izquierdo, he readily ordered the reinforcement of the Spanish forces in Cavite to quell the revolt. The revolution was easily crushed when the expected reinforcement from Manila did not come ashore. Major instigators, including Sergeant Lamadrid, were killed in the skirmish, while the Gomborza were tried by a court-martial and were sentenced to die by strangulation. Patriots like Joaquin Pardo de Tavera, Antonio Marigidor, Jose Anpeyo Basa, and other abogadillos were suspended by the Audiencia or the High Court from the practice of law. arrested and were sentenced with life imprisonment at the Marianas Island. Furthermore, Governor Izquierdo dissolved the native regiments of artillery and ordered the creation of artillery first to be composed exclusively of the Peninsulares. On 17 February 1872 is an attempt of the Spanish government and Fray Lucracia to instill fear among the Filipinos so that they may never commit such daring act again. The Gomborza were executed. This event was tragic but served as one of the moving forces that shaped Filipino nationalism.